Well, turn me up.
Alright, so man, we got the great comedian Nate Russ with me, man. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. How you feeling?
Shit, I'm good, bro. How 2022 been treating you so far?
2022 been good, man. A lot of things happening, a lot of goals. Shit popping out right in front of my eyes, man. So, 2022, what's up?
Definitely gotta put that work in. It's this time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, so let's jump straight into it, man. How long you been doing comedy?
Man, I've been doing comedy since 2013 online. Started doing stand-up in 2016.
So you say what, like roughly 9 years you been doing the...
Yeah, man, almost a decade. Almost a decade, man. Yeah.
Alright, so what inspired you to start actually doing comedy though?
Coming up in school, I always, class clown and shit like that. But once I started doing it, it just felt right. Yeah. It didn't feel forced. It felt like something that just was me. So I decided to go forth with it.
So everybody got their hidden talents, just gotta take the time to find it.
For sure, for sure.
Alright, so where your stage name come from?
Nate Russ is actually just a shortened version of my real name. So I just decided to chop it up a little bit and keep it short and sweet, something easy to remember, hard to forget.
That's what's up. Alright, so do you write all your material or you have a team like y'all come together?
I write all my material. Every joke, every punchline you've ever heard me say comes from me. I ain't got no writers.
Yeah, you gotta ask though, cause
Yeah. I mean, no knock to those.
It's a team effort.
Yeah, no knock to those that do. But as a, right now, nah, I write all my own material.
Alright, so do you edit your skits also, or you have somebody that edit your skits?
Yep, I do all that. I do all of that, man. Spike Lee is a big influence, man. When he first got started, he was doing everything. So that's, how I approach it. Keep it in-house, keep it cheap for myself, and, I know exactly what I'm looking for as opposed to anybody else, so I just do everything in-house myself.
Straight up, that's how I am too, shit.
Boy.
All in-house. Alright, so dude, what's 3 qualities a comedian should have?
Ooh, 3 qualities a comedian should have. Ooh, you gotta be original. You gotta be original. Nobody wants to hear a song, not a song, a joke that they heard before. Unlike music, you can sample somebody's song from the 70s and reinvent it, but comedy, nah, you gotta be original. As far as the stage goes, you gotta bring that energy. You have to be, and I ain't saying you gotta be jumping off the walls all over the place, but you gotta really just tap into that energy and bring it towards the crowd. And the last thing I would say is you gotta be fearless. You gotta be fearless. Whatever's on your heart to say, if somebody, especially in this climate that we in now, with society, people so timid and don't want to offend anybody, you gotta be fearless, man. A lot of people look to comics for that relief of that everyday stress that they got going on. So if you're scared to say it, man, just get out the way and let somebody that got the nuts to do it.
Man, say, cause nowadays they be trying to cancel people over jokes. I'm like, man, how you gonna take the comedian job? Like, that's what they supposed to do, find a humor and everything.
Exactly.
Alright, so do you feel like the internet played a big role in this comedy area?
Plays a big role in this comedy area? Yeah, I would say so. I think the internet is something that ain't going nowhere no time soon, and really in any industry, people are looking towards your social media following. Now, I will say those who have the biggest following aren't necessarily the funniest, but the internet is important. You gotta market your brand.
Alright, so how do you translate the comedy from the internet to the stage?
How do I take it from the internet to the stage? I would say I approach them differently. I know that the stage usually got one shot. So I really hone in on my jokes and go over my punchlines when I'm writing and my setups and my metaphors and all things like that. As opposed to with the video, it's something that I could, let me redo that. So I would say I'm harder on myself when it comes to the stage. I'm more tapped in, I guess you could say. A lot more critical when it comes to my work. But yeah, that's the difference I would say between the two. That's how I approach it.
Okay. All right. So, do you consider yourself a stand-up comedian or an overall actor?
I'm a stand-up comedian first. Now I post daily content because, like I said, you know, in this day and time, people are looking to the internet for entertainment. Mm-hmm. So I gotta give them something to look at daily. But my goal is the stage. That's where I want to be, man. Sold out shows all over the globe.
That's what you dream of.
Exactly. And you know, the internet is just something to give them something to look at, to to pass the time. Yeah, exactly. Until they can come see me live.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you what's something different that you actually bring to the comedy game? Like, cause like you said, you gotta stand out. So like, what's like something that you think you bring to the comedy game?
Something different that I bring to the comedy game is, I would say, my old soul. You know, I'm a youngster as opposed to those that I kick it with in this comedy game. I'm the youngest out of the clique, but I grew up around a lot of old heads. You know, I love cougars. Mm-hmm. So all that shit, man. I bring still young enough to be tapped in with those my age and a little younger, but also got some wisdom. And been through some things to relate to the older crowd. So.
All right, so let's talk about this character, man. It's one of my favorite characters actually watching your skits, Brother Shaka.
Ah, yeah, that dude, man.
Yeah, so what made you come up with that character?
Man, so Brother Shaka stemmed from everything that I see in the world today. You know, everybody's so woke, and it's just a lot of times it be about shit. I'm like, man, we don't even care about that. Why you harping on that?
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I love to be in the know. I love to read. I love to learn about how to go forth with us. And when I say us, I'm talking about black folks. So I was like, how can I incorporate the two? I want to teach, but I also want them to laugh. So boom, Brother Shaka was born.
All right, so will we see him some new skits soon?
Come on, man. Brother Shaka, man, he gonna be here to the day that I go.
Yeah. He
ain't going nowhere.
Out of all the skits you did being Brother Shaka, which one you say your favorite?
My favorite Brother Shaka skit? I think my favorite would be the one where Nate was about to get some pussy. And he went to grab the rubbers, then he heard this whisper, and it was Brother Shaka up under the bed with the rubbers.
Yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah, so that was probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite.
All right, so let's talk about this new project you working on, the WhoaTurnMeUp series.
Yeah.
So what inspired that name?
It's real life. Shit. For all the niggas that's watching, your girl has a work husband. Sorry to inform you. But, real life situations. I made a skit just randomly off of some work. What was the first skit? It was how work husbands are after the holidays. And, they've been watching your page and seeing you post your family pictures with your real nigga.
Yeah.
And, they jealous once they get back to work. So it stemmed from that, and I did a few of them, and then people really loved it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do a whole series with it. And I held auditions and did the photo shoot. We just released a promo for it. And that's where we at.
I bet say, how did you go about getting the cast? Was it a process or?
Yeah, it was definitely a process. Like I said, I held auditions, and it was a nice turnout. And from there, it didn't take me long to figure out who I wanted to play what role.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that are in, let me see, actually all except one, all of them I worked with prior in past productions. So I know their work ethic, I know their talent. And even the new guy, Jalen, he's going to be playing Cameron. I've already seen his work worked with him, but I've seen it in other things, and I already know, he's dope with what he does. So it's gonna be something to watch, man. Definitely.
Well, you already mentioned you already write all your material, so you know who wrote it. How many skits would be in the series?
Man, I ain't even got a number.
You ain't got a number yet.
We just going.
When y'all plan on releasing it?
First skits will drop. Let me see, April 11th. That's gonna drop Monday through Friday, the work week, to make it make sense for work husband.
Yeah, that's hard. All right, so the next segment is called Either Or. I'm gonna say two different comedians, and you pick what's comedians that you rock with the most.
Okay.
All right, so on the first one, Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy?
I'm gonna go with Dave.
Why you say Dave?
I say Dave because Dave is more political, and I am a huge lover of political comedy. Dave has, in this day and age, has tapped into uncharted waters, and he is one of the most fearless comics there is. And in a day and time where a lot of comics are doing PG-13 material, they don't want to offend, they don't want to, say what they really want to say. Yeah. Dave ain't done none of that shit. And I love Eddie, but I just fuck with Dave. I fuck with Dave.
Bernie Mac or Chris Rock?
Bernie, that ain't, man.
Bernie one of them goats, boy.
Bernie, man. And I love, both of them, but Bernie, and I'll say why I said that. Bernie is, to a lot of people, it may seem like Bernie was just up there talking. And I know, everybody writes, but Bernie Mac, his delivery was just so effortless. Yeah. It just flowed. It seemed like a natural conversation that you having with one of your uncles or something like that. But I love Chris Rock, even after the, incident. Boy, couldn't have been me. But, I respect his pen. When I say that, his writing, he's not one of my favorite comedians. He don't make my stomach hurt from laughing, but I respect his writing. I mean, the way he can craft a joke is just amazing. So I rock with Chris. No pun intended.
Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
Cat all day long, man. Cat.
Yeah, he one of my favorite too.
Cat, man. Cat is Cat, man. He that dude, man. He just, I think a lot of his comedy for me is just a lot more relatable. It seems more everyday. And I rock with Kevin too, but just them two, man, just Cat is that nigga.
Mike Epps or D. Ray Davis?
Oh, man, you gonna have these
niggas sleep on D. Ray, man.
Man, you gonna have the city mad at me for this one, man. But as far as jokes go, I'm gonna go with D. Ray, man. I'm gonna go with D. Ray. D. Ray is it's two comics that I have that are completely underrated, in my opinion. That's D. Ray Davis and Corey Holcomb.
I swear to God, bro.
D. Ray Davis, man, that dude is just, he the shit, man. He the shit. You gotta respect his pen, man. He's truly talented, underrated. He's just now, I feel like, getting his just dues. Now that he switched over into the, more of the acting world. Yeah. But D. Ray, man, if you ain't checked out none of D. Ray Davis, whoever watching this, go back and check his old shit. Mm-hmm. His old shit, man. You ain't even gotta watch nothing past 2010. I'm telling you, he's gonna have you in tears. D. Ray's that dude.
All right, so on the last one, Desi Banks or Ha Davis?
Desi. I've seen Desi live.
Yeah, I seen him live too.
When he came here, I'm gonna say that was 2020. Whenever he came here, it was cold. I remember that. But yeah, Desi. I ain't never seen Ha Davis live, but even with their skits, I would still go Desi. Ha Davis is funny, but Desi, he just.
He more relatable too, like the hood nigga skits and shit.
Exactly.
All right, so man, we talked about all that. What else you got planned for us? Like, you got the series coming. I know you do photography too, so talk a little bit about that.
I'm also a photographer. I'm getting more into the business photo shoots, so helping businesses brand themselves. I've been doing that since 2017. And I actually got into photography when I bought my first camera. I bought it to shoot skits. And then I said to myself, well, let me see what else this thing can do. Started taking pictures, went to some workshops and some classes. Then I launched my business for it. So I've been doing that since 2017. And what else is coming up, man? Definitely more shows, more stand-up sets, more series, because it ain't gonna just stop with The Work Husband. I got a bunch of ideas that I ain't even gonna talk about everything just yet. But Work Husband, the Skit series, that's definitely on the front burner. Shows, series, man, you're gonna see me in commercials, you're gonna see me in hear me in some voiceover work. So yeah, man, it's a lot coming with Nate Russ, man. It's a lot coming.
Go tune in with brother, man. All right, so leave the people where they can follow you at, and I'm saying tune in with you.
Man, follow me on IG at Nate Russ Comedy, NateRuss Comedy, no underscores, no numbers. Follow me on Facebook, Nate Russ Comedy, the same thing. Follow me on TikTok, Nate Russ Comedy. Keep it all the same. That way you ain't gonna forget it. YouTube, Nate Russ Comedy. Craigslist, Nate Russ Comedy. Shit. Backpage, nah, I ain't on the Backpage. But nah, everything, Nate Russ Comedy.
All right.
Well, turn me up.